Kakadosh Boker Or, we're just continuing with the halachot of Pesach. We're talking about now the Kazitim of Matzah. So when we're talking about the Kazitim of Matzah, we already mentioned the Lecha Techila, a person has to have 5 Kazitim on the night of Pesach, and the minimum is going to be 3 Kazitim on the night of Pesach. Right? That you could be Mekel, that women could do that even the Techila. The Balabait for sure should try to do 5, and the reason why is since he's a Balabait, so he has to have 2 for the Motzi Matzah. Everybody has to do the 1 of the Korech, and everybody has to have 1 for the Motzi Matzah, and everybody minimum has to have 1 for the Fikumen, even though Blina, when we speak about the Fikumen, we'll understand why there's an inyan of having 2 Kezetim for the Fikumen. When we're talking about the Kezait, what exactly do you talk about a Kezait? So a Kezait is going to be 28 grams, which is going to be the size of the olive. However, though, we know that halacha is that it's usually in volume. Right? And lema'aseh is that we usually use weight, just because it's just much easier to do the weight than the volume, than instead of coming and taking the volume and crushing it up and putting it inside of a matchbox and things like that, it's just much easier doing in weight. So therefore, since right now you're doing this in the fashion of weight, Rabbi Tziono Bashaul, it's also Rabbi Moshe Feinstein and others as well, they say that if you're going to have 20 grams of weight of matzah, of shemuna matzah, that is equal to the 28 grams of the weight, right? Because the 20 grams of weight is like 20 grams is 28 grams of volume of the volume. So therefore, all you have to really do is that when you're going to come and you're going to measure, right, the kazatim, all you have to really measure is 20 grams, because even when you're measuring, you're doing weight. But the fact that really technically you don't need weight, you need volume. So 20 grams of weight for sure has 28 grams of volume. So therefore, when you're doing the different type of kezetim, we mentioned this last year, you're going to be weighing it. How do you weigh it? So for example, you'll make little tiny bags, and you'll give out those bags. So you'll make bags of, let's say, 20 grams, and in those bags, you're going to have 20 grams. So then when everyone has to have their kezait, whether it's going to be, for example, a fikomen, because remember, the fikomen, you have the middle matzah, you break it into 2, half of that you're going to be eating for motzi matzah, and the bigger part you're using for the fikomen, that bigger part is not going to be enough for every single person on the table. So obviously you already have to have ready, right? It's better to have it ready. If not, then you could still do it the same night, but it'll just take much longer. You're going to come and you're going to have the kazatim. So how do you have the kazait? So before Pesach, right, what's best to do is that you come and you weigh. Here you have 20 grams of matzah. So you put in a bag, you write a Ziploc, you write down 20. Now you know that this is already enough, for example, for the women or for the men or whoever it is, for a fikumen, 20 grams, or for the sandwich. So you have the bigger pieces, right, and you have it in a Ziploc bag. You take it out, you put the lettuce, you already know how much does whether it's going to be the lettuce weighs or how much the matzah weighs, and now you know that you're eating a kezait. So that's going to be very important, so that when a person actually does. Now you are allowed to measure on Yom Tov with a non-electrical scale. So what we usually do is we buy these scales, which are the old-fashioned scales that used to come for the letters and things like that. And what happens is that you put the Ziploc with the matzah inside of it, and then you measure it, and you find out how much is the measurement. You're allowed to do it because any type of medidah shel mitzvah, any type of measuring of mitzvah is going to be permitted. So you are allowed to do it on Pesach in itself. There's no problem. However, though, again, it does take a long time, especially if you have a lot of people at the Seder, that you're going to come and you're going to prepare all the matzot, especially the matzot which are already broken anyway in the boxes. Those matzot, you come, you will just break it a little bit more, you put them in the bags, you make sure how much every single bag is going to have 20 grams, and then you already know, for motzi matzah, the minimum is 20, so you come and you give 1 to each person. If they wanted to do the 2 kezetim, then you give them 2 bags. If it's going to be for the sandwich, everybody's going to have 1 bag. Because again, the sandwich, according to everybody, is going to be 1 kezait. And then all you have to do is measure just the lettuce, the romaine lettuce. So you're going to come and you're going to measure the romaine lettuce. So then, and then the last one, which is going to be the fikumen, is going to be the same thing. So by doing this, you're going to have everything actually measured beforehand, so that way you know that you're actually fulfilling the mitzvot, the proper way of fulfilling the mitzvah.